this is Pa here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Imaginarium. Hello guys, how are you today? I am very, very well. And today, today is the 5th of November. Remember, the 5th of November. Ooh. So what is the 5th of November, you ask? I'm sure you probably know, but the 5th of November is Bonfire Night. It's Bonfire Night tonight. Yay! And yes, it is a celebration of something we celebrate. A celebration of something we celebrate here in England. And I'm sure in other parts of the world as well. But most importantly, in England. But anyway, guys, first of all, let us go to the Hall of Fame and see whose name has been added today. So let's go over here, and we're coming to this in a minute. I'll explain what that is in a second. Actually, let's do our parkour very quickly. Let's get this done. Let's see if we can do it. Oh no, we failed. Oh no. So let's go and see whose name has been added then. So, today we are adding in Saint John. And Saint John is someone who has been watching my videos, has been leaving me comments, and has been hitting that like button and sharing the videos as well, as he let me know, which was really cool. So, thank you very much, Saint John. And hang on, I just noticed the question marks here. Why have I got all these question marks? We had, not so long ago, we added in the guy called Michael Myers, and it seems to have disappeared. That's strange. Okay. Strange, bizarre. Anyway, back to Saint John. Saint John, thank you very much for all your support, of course, and please do continue to do so as well. I would very much appreciate it. But Saint John, welcome to the Hall of Fame, where your name shall forever remain. Anyway, guys, so what have we got over here as well? Oh, I just noticed that as well. Just remember this. We've got a piece of glass missing here, and if you saw the end of the last episode when I was saying goodbye, just as I sort of said goodbye, I heard the sort of the window behind me. It just smashed completely. I turned around, there was nothing there, which was really bizarre. So yeah, I didn't notice anything strange happening, but yeah, I mean, if you happen to have noticed anything, then please do comment below and let me know what you saw. I just really bizarre. It just smashed behind me. But yes, anyway, what we're doing today. So this sort of looks a bit fancy, doesn't it? What is all this? You might be asking yourselves. And today, we are going to be building ourselves a bonfire, because it is Bonfire Night, and tonight we shall light it. So, yes, and this is how I've kind of rigged it up. I've begun work on it, and this is the kind of, I guess, the foundation of the bonfire, because we don't want it, of course, we're going to be setting things on fire. We don't want things setting on fire, of course. We need to protect ourselves. And we've got down here a dispenser with some lava in it, and that is basically, and of course, obviously, we've got a switch coming out here, and that is to basically so we can light the bonfire. So we're going to have the lava come out of the dispenser, and it is going to set the bonfire alight. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we need to get that done. So we need to head back inside and grab ourselves some materials to build the bonfire out of. And basically, traditionally, bonfires are built out of junk and wood and things like that. And I've got loads in this chest here. I've got loads of wood bits and things like that. So we're going to just sort of grab as much of this as we can. Well, grab a load of all different sort of bits and bobs. Let's grab some of that. And we've obviously got a load of sand and things in here, and diorite, which we don't want. We just want wood, basically, don't we? That's what we want. So we've got some signs. I don't know if do signs burn. I don't think they do, actually. I can't remember. So what else have we got? We've got some jungle wood there, and we've got some spruce wood. We could turn these into planks as well. I think that's going to be plenty. But what we're going to do as well is actually we'll do that in a bit. Once we've built our bonfire, we'll come back to the next part, and I'll explain why. Because it's something we need to make. But, so, all we need to do basically over here is, I think if we make ourselves some planks as well, just that kind of thing. Have we got any oak? I think planks will probably be better. We're just going to have a bit of a mix match of all sorts of things. So, if we start over here like this, all we're going to do is bring it out like this. So we're just going to kind of go do a few kind of logs and things. Let's kind of get rid of these tools for now. Let's keep our axe just in case, and grab these planks. That should be... I think we should hopefully have enough in general. I've got spruce wood. I think that should be fine. So let's just... All we're going to do is build this up. So we're just going to sort of come around here like this. Kind of go in a bit more as well. All we want is loads of wood that's going to burn and things like that. So put some fence posters in here and things like that as well. And it doesn't matter about having these wood things in there. Look at it. Oh, it looks all weird. Yeah, we're just going to have it over this part here. Because obviously when the lava comes out, it's going to start setting alight to all this wood and things like that, which is going to be cool. It's going to be very, very cool. So let's grab some of this, like that. Let's try and do as much as we can. Get it all built up. And it doesn't really matter how it looks. It's all supposed to be a bit random. Let's put some more sort of fence poles in here like this. And ideally we don't really want to see below, but that's fine. I mean, you know, whatever. So let's get some of these spruce planks here. Let's just kind of fill this bottom bit in like that. And then I think, we need to check that. Let's just quickly take that out. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. I think it's going to work fine. So if we just, I guess if we just pile up there like that, and then just fill that part in, that part underneath is going to burn as well. So all we're going to do now is just going to sort of build this up even more, like so. I'm just going to, you know, random bits of wood and all sorts of things. I was going to use like stairs and things, but I'm pretty sure that stairs don't actually burn. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but when I was doing some little playing around with things, it didn't appear that wood, stairs, and things like half slabs burnt. So I'm not too sure. And it doesn't have to really be equal, but we want to kind of make it look as good as it can do. It's going to build. It's all this big loads and loads of wood. Loads and loads of wood. So, I think we've got plenty of things here. So, let's just put some of these bits up here. And let's do it a little bit higher, just so we've got a kind of a point on the top or something like that. I think that should be good, actually, like this. And maybe we can put some more kind of fence posters around and things like that. I think we've got some of those dark ones, so we can put these down as well. And yeah, let's just pop these down here like this, and maybe put some more bits of wood and whatnot around here. Like this. Let's have a step back. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. That's looking very, very cool. Looking very, very good. And yeah, we want this kind of top part on here, and we're gonna want. Let's just pop down that there like that. So we're going to want to get up here. So it's going to be a reason for this. We're going to want to get up on here. So let's go back to the house. Let's get rid of a load of this junk now that we don't need. And I think that's going to be fine. So what we're going to go... We basically want to go to back to the crafting table, actually. And what we're going to do, we're going to build ourselves a guy. And you might be wondering, what is a guy? So let's just build a guy first of all. Well, all we need to do, really, actually, all we need to build, I just thought, is an armor stand, which we've got the stuff on us. So, we're going to go and build a guy on top of the bonfire. And I'll explain to you in a moment what the whole guy thing is, if you're not aware of it. So, let's get up on here. Here we go. Right, we're on top of here like this. So, let us pop down this like that. And what we're going to use... We're actually going to pop on how our... I've just realised I'm wearing it. I don't want to be wearing that. So let's get these things. This is my Halloween costume, which you saw me wearing in our Halloween special episode of Imaginarium. So we're going to pop this on here. And basically, on a bonfire, traditionally, we get... Basically, people put on a guy on the top. And that is basically... if you've heard of the man called Guy Fawkes, and that is basically what they do. They create like a you know, obviously a fake Guy Fawkes, like out of all kind of old sack or old clothes and things like that, and put a head on it and things, and they put it on top of the bonfire, and that's what we're doing right here. So yes, are you aware of Guy Fawkes? I'm not sure. Or bonfire night in general. You know, if you're outside of England. So I think what we should do. I think we should have a bit of an explanation. We should have a bit of an explanation about what Guy Fawkes is, what Bonfire Night is, and what the 5th of November means. Remember the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. Why do we need to remember it? So I think we should have a little story time. So guys, we're gonna jump out of the Imaginarium for a moment. For a few minutes, and we're going to go into story time with Pa, so I'll see you there in a second. Hello and welcome to Story Time with Pa, and today we are telling a short story about the man known as Guy Fawkes and the failed gunpowder plot. So are you listening up, doggies? Are you listening up? And you guys at home, are you listening as well? Listen up, because this is important. So, who was Guy Fawkes? Guy Fawkes was a man. I'm sure you guessed that. But on the 5th of November in 1605, Guy Fawkes and some other people, his conspirators, plotted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Ooh. And the Houses of Parliament, if you didn't know, is a place in London, in England, where the government meet up and they talk and debate about politics and all sorts of things like that. But we're not going to go into all that. We're not going to go into all that sort of thing. But most importantly, on the 5th of November 1605, inside the Houses of Parliament that evening, the government were there, the members of the government, and more importantly, the king at the time, King James I. They were all inside the Houses of Parliament, meeting for whatever reason. And on this night, Guy Fawkes and his conspirators plotted to blow up the Houses of Parliament with those people inside. Ooh. So yes, for reasons that I'm not going to go into. I'm not going to go into all those details there. That's just, details we don't need to know. If you'd like to know about it, then of course you can go to Google and find out. But guys, so Guy Fawkes made this plan, and he got a load of gunpowder, and he stuck it all underneath the Houses of Parliament. But the plan failed. The plan did not go ahead. He did not succeed in blowing up the Houses of Parliament because he was caught, he was stopped, he was arrested, and the plan failed. So yes, he did not succeed. Ooh, that's very important. Remember this. Remember that he did not succeed. So what happened was, he was put to trial, found guilty, and he was sentenced to death. And he was sentenced to death in a most gruesome way. Ooh. But yes, this is what happened. So that is what happened. That is what happened, basically. And henceforth, on the 5th of November, remember the 5th of November, as the saying goes, we here in England celebrate Bonfire Night. And Bonfire Night is where we build a giant bonfire, and traditionally, it doesn't happen too much these days, I will admit. I haven't seen one for a while. Traditionally on the bonfire, people would put on there a fake Guy Fawkes, of course, because he died in 1605. So they would create an effigy of Guy Fawkes. They would, get some sack or some old clothes or something like that and fill it with all sorts of things inside, like, junk and whatever, and they would put that on to the bonfire. I'm sure you know what a bonfire is. A bonfire is a big thing traditionally made out of wood and rubbish and all sorts of things. The Guy Fawkes would be put on top of the bonfire, and the bonfire would be lit, burning the bonfire, of course, and the guy on top of it. Hence the term it's called, which is burning the guy, basically, on Bonfire Night. So that's basically what we celebrate. And what we are doing, we are celebrating the failed gunpowder plot. And this is where I need to address you guys. So a lot of people outside of England, and I would say you people in America, you tend to get this wrong. You tend to get this bit wrong. And I've seen it online, I've seen it on social media, Facebook, Twitter, all that sort of thing, where people send messages to each other and whatnot saying, Happy Guy Fawkes Day. Now that implies that we are celebrating Guy Fawkes. For example, you have things like St. Patrick's Day, St. George's Day, Christmas Day, of course, and those are celebrations of a particular person. Obviously, If you're religious, then on Christmas Day you're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. St. Patrick's Day, of course, celebrating St. Patrick, and St. George's Day, St. George, etc., etc. You get the gist. Obviously, we're not celebrating the man called Guy Fawkes. He wasn't a nice man, of course. He plotted to blow up the House of the Parliament, killing the king and the government inside. So when you people say Happy Guy Fawkes Day, you're actually wrong. The man was, of course, he was, tried and sentenced for treason, which, if you think about it, in today's standards of things like that happening, or anything along those lines, that man would have been classed as a terrorist. It's as simple as that. So we're not actually celebrating the man called Guy Fawkes for doing good deeds. He did a very bad thing. He did a very, very bad thing. Well, he attempted to do a very bad thing anyway. So yes, we are celebrating the fact that he did not blow up the House of Parliament, that he failed, that the gunpowder plot failed. And there you are. There you have it, guys. That is the correction of Guy Fawkes Day. It's not known as Guy Fawkes Day. It's known as Bonfire Night. That is the night. That's what it's called. And also Fireworks Night as well, because people set off a load of fireworks and things like that as well. And that is basically what happened. That is the story. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little story here, this little tale of Guy Fawkes and the failed gunpowder plot. So let us return to the Imaginarium and continue with our bonfire. And welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Imaginarium, and I'm here with Mr. Guy Fawkes himself, the fake Guy Fawkes, but yes. Hello, Mr. Guy Fawkes. Yes. So yes, hopefully you enjoyed that little story, that little tale of Guy Fawkes and the failed gunpowder plot. And if you, if you weren't aware of it, or if you weren't sure what it was all about, hopefully you now know. Anyway, guys, so we need to go and get ourselves some water because we're obviously going to be having a giant bonfire. It can be dangerous, so we need to be prepared just in case things go wrong. We have to, safety first and all that lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep those water on us just in case the fire gets out of hand. And obviously we need to light this bonfire. But it's not called it is called a bonfire night for a reason. It's not just for any old reason. There's a reason for it, because we light a bonfire at night. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to skip ahead. I'm going to sit around, have a cup of tea or something like that. We're going to skip ahead until it's night time, and we are going to light this bonfire. Ooh, it's going to be fun. And here we are. It's night time, guys. So it's nice and dark, and yes, there's no mobs around, because what I did earlier, while I was waiting around, I kind of passed a message around the world. I found a skeleton hiding under a tree, and I told him, mate, I said, oi, listen to me. I said, listen to me, mate. Right, don't fire your arrows at me. Tell all your friends, tell all your creeper friends, or your zombie friends, or your spider friends, that to keep away. For this one time, just keep away from me, because we're going to be having a bonfire. And I said to him, I told them, I said, if you come near me, if you start attacking me, you'll end up on the bonfire and all. So that seemed to get the message across. And there don't seem to be any about, which is cool. I think they've probably said, we don't really fancy getting chucked on a bonfire, so let's stay away just for tonight. So anyway, guys, it's nice and dark. We've got our Hall of Fame over here, find some nice light over here, but the bonfire is nice and dark, and it's ready to be lit. So what we're going to do, we are going to light the bonfire, and we are going to burn the guy. So hopefully this works. So here we go. The lava, we can see the lava coming out. There it is, and hopefully this is going to, let's get ourselves a good view. Where can we stand while that's lighting up? I don't know where we're going to go. Where we go? And hopefully it's working. Is it working? Are things on fire? Oh, here we go. I can see. Things are burning. Possibly. Yay! I was like, oh, very worried then. I thought that was going to be a very major disappointment there. Things not burning. But here we are. The fires are burning. The bonfire is lit. And, yes, it's very, very cool. So, yes, normally we stand around the bonfire enjoying the heat. and you know, celebrating the failed gunpowder plot. And, you know, traditionally these days it's more, you know, people forget about that sort of thing. It's more about just the events of the evening, just chilling out by a bonfire, having some sparklers, letting off some fireworks, maybe having some marshmallows, you know, toasting them on the open fire. But yes, this is very, very cool. Very, very cool. The first official bonfire in the Imaginarium. And the guy is up there. There he is. He's caught on fire. There he is. There he is. And, yes, here's our bonfire. There he goes. So our bonfire is lit, and it is burning away nicely. So, I'm going to chill out here and enjoy the nice warmth of the bonfire, because, you know, this time of year, it's starting to get more chilly at night, more cold. It's better, you know, you have to get your hat, coat, and gloves on and chill out by the bonfire on the 5th of November. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode today, guys. On the 5th of November itself as well, of course, on Bonfire Night. So if you have enjoyed this video, then guys, hit that like button. I would very much appreciate that. And if you are new to the channel, then of course subscribe for more videos of Imaginarium coming very, very soon to your screens. But until next time, guys, I'm going to say bye-bye for now. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you all later.